Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of the Cross Thoughts podcast. I am your host, Joseph, and I am joined here with my new permanent co-host, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm hoping that you all are up for some brand new stories today.
And before we get started, I just want to let everyone know that we have officially been affiliated with So Sick Clothing. If you go during checkout to put in the promo code CROSSTHOUGHTS, one big word, all capitalized, you'll get 15% off your entire order. It would help us out very much if you would go ahead and check out their clothing. All right. Well, Mike, we're here. Back for a second episode. First one did decently well, I guess, in my opinion. I don't think anybody listened to it on SoundCloud, but I didn't really promote it on SoundCloud. I mainly promoted it on YouTube.
I think for us, it was a pretty good following.
It was decent. It was a decent start. So today, we both wanted to... I remembered these stories of what happened one time.
Yeah.
I have two very special Walmart stories with you.
Yeah.
And the first one was the time we went to Walmart. I think it was like 9 o'clock at night. It was me, my ex, then you, my old friend Aaron Macklin, and I believe our old friend Jordan.
I couldn't remember which one this was, but now I remember.
Aaron was a very big pot smoker, and you were never around the stuff at the time. You kind of hated it at the time. Now, knowing you now, it's really funny.
Okay, so, excuse me. I just took a hit of something with weed in it. But no, I was always told marijuana was really bad. I was just told that, so I didn't want to touch it. And I was told if you do touch it, the cops will find you immediately. So I didn't want it. So I remember when I was a freshman, I was dating this girl, and we were hanging out at this football game, and all of a sudden her friend comes up and went, "Hey, do you have it?" And I was like, "Have what?" And she reaches down, pulls a fucking dime bag of weed. This is a dime bag out of her sock and handed it over. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm out of here. And she's like, "What? Are you like a narc?" And I was like, "I'm not a narc, but I'm not like that. I don't want anything to do with that." I was like, "You need to back the fuck up." And I left. So me and the girl eventually did break up because she was embarrassed by the whole situation of what I did. But let me tell you, I didn't like weed. Like I thought when my brother got caught and arrested for it, not arrested for it, but, caught with it, I thought that was the fucking hilarious shit ever. Because, that's what he gets for smoking the devil's lettuce. Okay? That's what he gets. But... yeah, I didn't like it at the time, but I remember the story.
But like I said, we're all Aaron just in the back of the car. I'm in the passenger seat. My ex is driving. We're all passing a bowl around, just kind of getting riding in the clouds.
First of all, we were hotboxing. You guys were hotboxing the fuck out of it. So no wonder why I got like I did. But go on.
Mike was just inhaling everything at that point, and we go to Walmart out of all things, and Mike comes up to me and goes, "Joe, I want Cheetos. I want Cheetos." And I'm like, "Mike, I'm not getting you fucking Cheetos." And he's like, "But come on, give me Cheetos. I need some Cheetos." And I'm just like, "Mike, no, I'm not getting you fucking Cheetos. I'm not afraid to leave you here. We will leave you at Walmart, damn it." And it was just one of the funniest things ever. That was I think it was the first time you met Aaron.
Yeah.
First time.
Because I think we got wings that day too.
And you and Jordan were just becoming friends at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I think you two met too.
Yeah.
And then
actually no, I met Jordan when we gave him a chicken sandwich.
Oh, the McChicken.
That's how I met him.
I didn't even think about this story. This is another story. This is after that.
Yeah.
This is after that.
This is like a couple weeks after that.
No, was it a couple? No, I think maybe. So we go to Walmart, and our Walmart had a fucking McDonald's in it for some reason. I guess that's normal. I guess it's normal to have Walmarts have things in it, like fast food wise.
I mean, Target has the Target Nero's has a Pizza Hut in it.
Has a Pizza Hut. It's like a Pizza Hut to go, and then like a Starbucks. But that's like typical in all Targets.
Yeah, but then Walmart has it. But then now Giant, I don't know if you guys, Giant, our grocery store now has some sell Starbucks in there.
That's true too.
So I guess companies are just opening. It's just weird. It's a company and a company. So fucking stupid.
Oh man, but I guess we'll have to go back to another time for that story. We'll have to go segue into a different story to tell this story. So for some reason, one day I go to the mall with Mike here, and I'm only there so he doesn't get kidnapped by this date.
Oh yeah.
And something happens. I don't know exactly what. All I know is I was like, Mike, I'm walking away. I'll see you later. And he's like, Dad, no, come back. Daddy, don't leave me. And that started a whole joke from that moment. From that moment on, I am now Mike's dad.
Yeah, that joke went way out of hand.
I am now Mike's dad, and he has two brothers. Fake brothers. Fake brothers.
With brothers.
So now we can go to that story. The day those two became his brothers. We're in Walmart. Can't really remember the whole, like, why we went to that Walmart.
Oh, we had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had to piss. It was right after.
Mateo had to go to the bathroom.
This is the first time I met Mateo, too.
So, Mateo is our foreign exchange student. Was the foreign exchange student my senior year in high school, and we became really good friends with him. But Mateo wanted a chicken sandwich, or he wanted ice cream. And I was like, okay, we'll go to McDonald's. It's right there. And Mike tells Mateo in his ear and tells Jordan to say, Dad, get me some ice cream. And I turned around when I heard Mateo say this, and I was like, and I looked right at Mike dead in the eye, and I was like, are you serious? You couldn't just let the joke die?
No.
You couldn't just let the joke die?
I'm surprised they went with it. I was shocked. I thought they were going to give me a weird look, but they were troopers, and they went right into it. They went 110% actually, so I give them props.
I remember the story that someone convoluted. I don't think it was me. I think it was Jordan. He said it to me, and I just kind of went with it. He was like, yeah, you remember how you found us? You found us in the park in a box.
Yeah.
As babies. And I was like, that still doesn't make any sense because you're all older than me.
You adopted us. Don't look into it too much, okay?
But I wasn't born.
I mean.
As I found you as a 1-year-old just crawling at the park.
Maybe we weren't babies. Maybe you just found us in a box.
Why were all of you in a box?
I don't know, drunk. I don't know, passed out. Someone just didn't want us.
Why the fuck were you all in the box then? I just don't get it.
For warmth, Joe.
For warmth?
Yeah.
Who do you all know who is all mutual in your life that they would have just left you there? All three of you. Or was it drop your kid off at the box day?
I mean, it could have been.
And I just came up and stole the box.
Yeah, well, no, you didn't steal the box. They just set us free. They didn't want us anymore. That's basically what it was. I mean, it wasn't true. It was just a joke.
Man, we had good times when we were younger, and we didn't have all these fucking hassles and shit in our life.
Yeah.
And then I have one more story that I think I hope you remember vividly, because I remember it vividly. I just remember it like it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
As people don't know this, but I am a dad of a 3-year-old child named Connor. And that's with my ex, by the way, which that's great. Baby mama, fucking perfect. But one night, it's like 10 at night. No, actually, no, it was like midnight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was on Xbox with Mike.
It wasn't Xbox. I remember that. I came home from work because I was pissed off. I had to work that day at Five Below. And I texted you. I was all mad and shit. And you're like, well, I'm going to Walmart. Do you want to just come and hang out with us for a bit? And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. So at that time, it was like 11. So we just went to Walmart. And then this is where the story starts to unravel.
Okay, so the premise of us going to Walmart is we're those asshole people, young kids, you have a kid, we have WIC checks to get our kid food and stuff. So we went super late, and I asked Mike, hey, can you go get me a pint of milk? And Mike comes back with a quart, and I was like, Mike, no, a pint. And he's like, this is a pint. I'm like, Mike, no, it's a quart. I show him the label. I showed him the label on the damn bottle.
Hold on. Listen to me. You didn't say grab a pint. You said grab the small one. Okay? That's why I grabbed the small one. You asked for it.
Okay, still. I asked for the smallest fucking bottle of milk or jug of milk. And Mike comes back with a quart, and for some reason I get fucking mad about it. I'm like, Mike, are you fucking serious? I said a pint. So the smallest one, And Mike goes, "This is the smallest one." And he pulls me over to the milk section, and fucking he goes, "Look!" And then I point at the pint, and he's like, "What the fuck? Why did they make this small of a bottle of milk?"
Because I didn't know they made that. I thought it was that big fat one, and then the skinny one, and then a like slightly more skinny one. I didn't know about that little shit. I didn't know about it. I knew about the 3 milks. I don't know why they make that one. I always thought that was just the one you get for lunch. You just get it to have a quick milk. I don't know. It makes no sense.
I don't know, man. I don't know why they do WIC the way they do. Like, they give you some like obscure thing.
I'm not talking about WIC. I'm talking about milk company.
But no.
First of all, listen to me. Cows. We gotta go to cows now.
Why do we gotta go to cows now?
All right. So, do you know cows are ruining this world?
How are cows ruining this world?
What do you mean how cows are ruining this world? There's so fucking many of them, first of all. And I have no disrespect to cows. I love cows. But just listen to these facts, okay? I don't know if they're facts. Don't quote me on this. Cows, okay, pollute our air and our fucking groundwater. They pollute our air with their massive amounts of farts every day. That causes the hole in the ozone. And then their shit is now polluting our ground and running water. So they're polluting our water. So cows are basically trying to kill us. And we're just letting it happen.
Isn't cow shit fertilizer?
Yeah. But it
fertilizes the ground.
Yeah, but it fertilizes the ground, but it's in our drinking water, though.
They purify our water before they give it to us?
But it's still polluting the water, Joe.
Mike, I don't want to...
It's polluting the water, okay? Cows are polluting the water. They have a disease on them, Joe, because we fed them. We fed cows to cows. They are punishing us for doing that. So they're trying to kill us. I'm just saying. Why do you think aliens, abduct them? Think about it. Please, think about it.
Mike, what do you want me to say here?
Aliens abduct cows because they're actually smarter than people think. I like how people say the pig is, but I'm thinking the cow is pretty smart. Okay? I'm going to say the cow's smart. We got to watch out for the cow. They're not clean. The cows aren't clean either. They're dirty animals. I love cows, though. So, yeah. That was my mic talk.
Okay, that was interesting,
Yeah.
Mike. That was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know how I feel about that. Mike. What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot.
All right. Well, you, my friend, have a history of breaking people's ankles.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm not... Okay, I'm going to rephrase that because I don't want people just to try to 1v1 me and then start fucking breaking my ankles.
Okay, let's go to 1v1 real quick. You have never lost a 1v1 game.
Nope.
Still to this day.
Nope.
You have never lost a 1v1 game of basketball.
I'm pretty sure if I actually face someone with actual talent, I'll lose.
Mike.
I'm just the best in the group.
No. This was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah, I did beat a basketball player in high school.
You beat the other Joseph in our fucking gym room.
He was fucking good.
He was really good. And you beat him one-on-one because you threw some bullshit shot at the end of freaking gym.
He wanted to beat me up. I mean, it wasn't like out of anger. It was out of shock. He wanted to beat me up because he didn't know what to do. And then he wanted to shoot the ball, and then like the gym teacher stopped and went, "No, don't do it." And he's just like, what? What do you mean? So I beat him, and then I beat somebody else in gym class. I beat I think 3 kids, but I don't remember the other 2. But yeah, I think I am. I'm defeated in 1-on-1.
Every single game I've seen you play or know about, you've won.
Yeah.
You just suck. You suck at NBA. You suck at 2K. That's how it is. That's all it is. You're good in real life. You shit at 2K.
Hold on. What do you? So you're just gonna throw shade? What is happening here? Where did this come in to throw shade at me? What the fuck? Where do you stand to tell me my 2K skills suck. Where did that fucking come from?
You can't beat someone. I can't remember who it was. You told me there's some team you can't beat.
Oh, fuck the Denver Nuggets.
You can't beat the Denver fucking Nuggets in 2K.
I can't beat the Wizards either. So, like, I don't want to talk about basketball stories. It's a fucking 2K game. I'm not going to get, like, serious about it, but I just can't do it. I don't know. It's because my team cannot defend the fucking 3. This is the short answer. They cannot defend the fucking 3, and it's not my job as a center to fucking deal with that shit. I sometimes do, but when I go to help them, then the paint's open and they're dunking on me. I do not like being dunked on. I am the 3rd in the fucking NBA and block. Okay, see, I'm getting into it. Thanks.
All right, back to breaking people's ankles.
Yeah.
I guess this would be more someone's knee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember back in gym class?
Yes.
I think back in gym, you decided to trip up Chris, our friend Chris Blaine.
Yeah.
Good friend from the military.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, I see Chris I try to see Chris like once a year.
You tripped this kid up, you know?
I didn't try.
I was behind you when you went for his flag, because there's this game we used to play called Tribes. And Tribes is a game where you have a flag, for some reason, coming out your shorts.
I don't know where else they would put the flag. But
It's true. We
guess.
put it on the inside of our shorts, and we let the elastic keep them there.
The game got intense,
And the
though.
goal
Let me
was to
explain.
go to the other side and steal other people's flags and bring them back to your cone.
I just realized something.
And if you lost your flag, you go back to the cone and put another flag on. That's how that worked.
Yeah.
But
I rolled my ankle playing that game. I rolled my ankle. I broke my own ankle.
you broke your own ankles.
Yeah.
You're the master of breaking all ankles, even your own.
Here, okay. All right, so Tribes I don't have a history with. I have a fucking horrible history of hurting myself or people in Tribes. That really is not a contact game. It's not. You just run around.
Look, I'm gonna try to say this from my point of view, because I witnessed this. I watched this happen.
Uh-huh.
So me and you were on the same team. Chris was on the other.
Yeah.
And I'm behind you because you told me flank Chris.
Yeah.
Because for some reason our goal was just to get Chris's flag. This was weightlifting. I keep forgetting that. I've been trying to figure out what class it was this whole fucking time, and it was weightlifting.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to that after this story of how great weightlifting was for us.
Oh yeah.
Chris not knowing for some reason, Mike never decided to. It never dawned on Mike to tell Chris this.
I knew Chris for all 4 years. I just thought he always knew.
Mike played football until he had an injury that caused him not to play football anymore. So Mike knows how to play football. Chris decided, didn't know how Mike was going to handle the situation. Mike decided he's going to juke him. Mike's going to juke the kid and try to get his flag. And what I see is Mike go one way.
Oh my God.
I see Mike go the one way. I see Chris go one way, but then his legs go the other, and I watch his knee basically cave in on itself.
Oh my God.
And next thing I see is Chris on the ground holding his knee in pain.
He got up and walked to. Oh God, I'm picturing it so vividly right now. I see him getting up. He laid on the ground for 2 seconds, got up and walked himself, hunched over to the bench, and I'm like, oh no.
You looked at me, and I was like, and all I thought in my head was, Mike, what the fuck did you just do? What did you do?
The gym teacher didn't see it. The other kids didn't see it. I mean,
obviously,
two other kids saw it because they were.
Obviously, our gym teacher didn't see it. It was Miss Young. Miss Young didn't care about anything.
No, she didn't.
She cared about Young John, our local rapper in high school.
Huh. Oh God, I wonder how he's doing. Is he doing good?
I don't know. I don't talk to him
He's
anymore.
doing good. Yeah, but I felt bad. I didn't know. We didn't know. Okay, first of all, we just thought he sprained his knee. Okay, we just thought it was a sprain. Then he went to basic training, and that's when they told he said he had some knee problems, so they sent him to the medic or something. And they're like, you have something stress on his. I stressed his ACL, so it was slightly torn, but it wasn't to the point where it was an emergency or even something that would cause damage. I felt so bad because I almost ruined this man's military career. I felt so bad. I told him. He already knows I apologize to him every time I see him. Every time. I felt so bad.
It's okay.
He's
fine.
So bad.
He went to Korea.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's in New York.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, for college.
But yeah, let's go into this. Back to weightlifting, man.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, man. We used Chris so hard for weightlifting.
First of all,
we used them so hard. It was so bad. We
didn't use Chris. All right, what happened was Chris really wanted to work out because he wanted to get ready for the military because it was our senior year, and me and Joe didn't care, but we helped Chris. So as long as it made us look like we were helping him, okay, we kind of did use him.
We used him.
I mean, we helped him, but
the biggest dick move we ever did, the biggest dick thing we did was we set our max sets super low in the beginning of the year and acted like it was really hard for us to lift things. So, but me and you really could lift a lot more.
Yeah.
So when we were just ready, when we did our final numbers, we just lifted our maxes at that point.
Yeah.
And we jumped up like 80 pounds or something like that.
We actually improved, when we did it before, we actually did do it. We actually really improved from the other time, but we didn't do anything. Maybe it's because we just didn't strain ourselves.
We always, for some reason, were in the back corner of the room where Miss Young couldn't see us, but she could see Chris working out.
Yeah.
So every single time she looked over, it just looked like Chris was on his sets, and we were just standing there.
Yeah.
But in reality, me and you were in the back fucking with the medicine ball.
Yeah.
For 45 minutes a day.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
My God, those mornings were the best. Those were good mornings. Was it? Yeah, it was morning. We had it. It was a good. That was actually fun.
Always knew. We always knew. Chris was so oblivious. Me and you always knew when one of us got laid before school. We just fucking walked in with like some shine and glow on our face.
He's
like
just so innocent.
Chris is just like, the fuck is that?
Chris is just. I love Chris. At the time, I didn't think he wanted to admit it, but after a while, he did.
It was such a good time, man. Good times in high school.
Those mornings, though. Oh, my gosh. That was a good way to wake up. I think... Oh, yeah. Remember when the ball hit me in the face? And Matt ball?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Because I didn't sleep at all that night, and I came into school late. I didn't have my gym uniform. I'm zoned out, sitting on third base. Next thing I know, I'm on the ground. A ball hit me in the face. Joe's screaming. Mr. Lackey's laughing, but then came over to see if I was okay. And I did not know what was going on. It was just freaky as shit.
I know one of the best things, one of the best Mr. Lackey moments was the moment. I don't remember what we were playing. I think we were playing handball.
Oh shit.
And AJ went for a goal, or AJ was goalie, and some dude threw a ball when Miss Young already called this. So everything seems fine.
Well,
no. He kept throwing the ball after him and AJ was on the ground. He just kept throwing the ball.
He got hit in the nuts before.
He just kept getting thrown on the ground. And then we go back into the gym. We're just getting changed, getting ready for the day. And next thing we know is we see AJ with this kid up against the locker in their underwear.
They're both in their underwear.
And
I don't think AJ really thought
AJ was just like screaming in his face. And we look over. We just kind of looked away. And then we see Mr. Lackey. He looks down there, and instead of doing the right thing as a teacher to break it up, he looks at it, shakes his head, and goes into his office.
I don't know what he's got. I don't blame him. Okay, these are two teenagers fighting in their underwear. He cannot get in there without causing another problem. He knew and did the right thing and walked away. He could have broken it up, and it was actually just didn't go anywhere, so it wasn't even worth breaking it up because the other kids broke it up. Everyone was in their underwear, which was weird, which was just so weird. Well, remember when I got everyone to have their just walk around with their pants around their ankles in the locker room?
Yeah, I remember. You fucking freak. There's a lot of stories with you in the locker room. And we'll leave that for another day when Mike's ready to solidify it on the internet. But today, he's not ready.
No.
So, there was another story you were telling me about, you wanted to talk to me about.
What?
And it was us meeting our dads for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
I met your dad first, right?
No, I met yours.
No, because I met yours in the summer. Because I remember, because this is when you you flunked.
Okay, yes, okay. I failed a few classes, and I didn't tell my parents, and I had to do summer school. My dad was pissed. me and Mike were in my room. We're recording some videos because that's what we did every
You
single
still
time.
have that recording?
No, I don't.
Damn it.
All that shit got deleted. It's not even on this computer. Remember, I did it off
Oh,
the
yeah.
laptop at that time.
Yeah, that's right.
And all you hear is my dad go, "God damn it, Joey! You get your ass out here right now!" And I'm like, "Oh God, what the hell did I do now?" So I run out there, and he's like, "You failed all these classes?" I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Yeah, I can't hide from it. You see it. There's my report card." He's like, "You know what? Then you're grounded until the end of summer school." And I was like, "Fuck!" And I was like, "Well, Mike's in the room." He's like, "Tell his ass to go home." So I go in the room. I'm like, "Mike, he's pissed. You gotta go. You gotta get your mom to take you home." And blah blah blah.
It was cool.
And you're like, "Okay, cool." And then I'm in my room. And then the weird thing about it was my dad only grounded me from being with people. I still got to be on Xbox.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
All this weird shit. Like, it was such a weird grounding.
Yeah, I remember it, but you did.
And then we got right on Xbox. And you tell me this. I don't even remember. What happened?
So I went outside. I called, and my dad. I called my dad because he was like home, and my mom was working. She's like, "All right." He's like, "All right, I'll come get you," because he wanted food. He was gonna get Burger King anyway, so I was getting Burger King. I didn't give a shit. And your dad comes out. I'm just sitting there. It was a nice day. Comes out smoking. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Tom.
Tom."
Right? Is that what he's gonna say?
No, is that his name?
Yeah, it's Tom.
Shit, I had a complete blank. I'm sorry. So he's like, "My name's Tom." And I was like, "Oh, Mr. Buffante." He's like, "No, don't call me that. You can call me Tom." I was like, and he's like, "I understand you were raised right. If that makes you comfortable, fine." And he's like, "I'm sorry you had to see me like that. Joseph is just a fucking idiot." And I was like, "No, it's no big deal." We just started having a conversation, and then he met my dad. They had a little conversation, and we just went on our way.
Yep.
That's how I met your dad for the first time.
How I Met Your Dad was fucking hilarious.
I know.
So, I don't really remember the premise of why I was staying at your house that night. That really doesn't mean anything to the story. I just remember I just got Assassin's Creed Unity. What a shit show of a game that was. Fuck that, man. I think that was the last Assassin's Creed I actually beat. But we're just in his room. It's a Saturday night. It's how I know it's the only reason the only reason I remember it was a Saturday night.
Not like I didn't take pills. I had like pills at the time to take for anxiety, so it made me tired. So I'm just sitting there dozed off. It scared me. What's gonna happen actually scared the living shit out of me.
I'm just sitting there at Mike's desk playing Assassin's Creed. It's a Saturday night. Let's go back to that.
Nice chill Saturday night.
The only reason I knew it was a Saturday night was college football was on, and that's a huge part to this story.
Yeah.
So your dad was a huge Florida State football fan.
Yes, he was.
And before we go into this, you're a Florida fan.
I am.
And your brother Dan is a Miami fan, which. What the fuck? The whole Florida love? What's with the whole Florida love in your family? And then your mom likes Notre Dame.
See, well, my mom, we're Irish, so that made sense. And my pappy grew up liking him. And my dad liked Bobby Bowden, who was the head football coach at Florida State, and he respected him, and he just started to like the school, and he just defended every player that came out of it and shit. Dan was in the Hurricanes and some bullshit, but he also liked how rough they were. So he liked Miami, and my dad really didn't fucking like that. But I liked Florida because the one time we were watching a game and I started cheering for Florida, and because they were Gators, I just saw a Gator dancing on the screen with the mascot, and I was like, and my mom's like, "Oh, look, he's a Gator fan," and my dad went, "No, he's not. That's not a fucking joke." It wasn't a joke.
Now you're a Gator. Now you're a Gator fan. So that night, Saturday night football for college. Florida State was playing Miami.
Yeah.
Mike, you were home from college. Your brother was in college.
Yes.
Was back in college. You didn't like college, so you came home.
No, college sucked, bro.
So, Miami loses to Florida State.
Yeah.
And
because they were, okay.
I guess a good statement to this is Mike and Dan are twins. Identical twins, very look-alike. Mike, the only difference between them now is Dan has long hair and Mike has short and he has a beard.
Yep.
So it's very easy to distinguish them. But at the time, they kind of wore the same clothing. They looked exactly the same. Their dad, Florida State beat Miami, so he was very pumped.
They were losing the whole time. And he was pumped.
They were losing no time. They came back. He couldn't go into Dan's room and fucking blow shit out his ass and cheer. So he used Mike because he was his brother
I
and
was
a
so
twin.
fucking scared.
I'm just sitting there playing Assassin's Creed, and all I see is the door swing open, and his dad come in. That's right, motherfucker, we won. Mike is so disoriented on the fucking bed. He's like, "What was that?" And
My
his
eyes are
dad
so
walks
big.
out, and I was like, I look at Mike, and Mike's just like, I don't know what just
Oh,
happened.
I was like, that's my dad. So, because he wasn't home. My mom got us, and then he came home because he was watching the game at my aunt's and, like, all that. And then he had to do that shit. So that's what he was known for. That and the time the Penguins won, the Stanley Cup, and he ball tapped me.
There was another time I stayed at your house. Now I'm remembering it.
Ugh.
It was before you and Dan swapped rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember
that's
that story, because I was just remembering that. We were in your room now when that happened with your
Yeah.
dad. But before I stayed at your house, your dad was working, I guess. So,
Yeah.
we were just in your room, and Dan was like,
playing Outlast.
We were playing Outlast, and Dan just was like, "Yo, there's a purge happening in this
In
little thing."
Louisville.
In Louisville, and he brought up the fucking police recordings. We were just listening there. And someone said about a giraffe in the streets.
Oh, yeah. Giraffe in the street. Someone threw a cat through a window, and then someone was going around hitting someone with dildos. It was the craziest shit. I was like, what kind of purge is this? I was like, I can't believe it. I remember that so vividly. And we were just sitting there playing Outlast. Dan's sitting on the bed, and we're just trying to sit there playing. Like, first of all, the police scanner did not help the horror game. It made it more terrifying.
Retrospectively, Outlast really isn't that scary of a game,
No.
but
At the time, when you're just listening to police scanners,
nothing was good. It was such a fucking. It was just like, what the fuck?
it was just fucking crazy. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't.
Oh man, that was fun.
Can't. Fucking giraffe in the street. That was the funniest fucking thing I heard in my life. Dan, what did you hear that? Giraffe in the street. And we're like, no, we didn't. They're like, yep, we confirmed that giraffe got loose in Louisville Zoo. I was like, they released the giraffe. They just went in the zoo and just chose the giraffe to release. I wanted to know the thought process of, like, someone planned that out. Someone had to plan it out and says it would be, what is the most iconic animal we can make a statement with this purge? And someone had to be like,
a giraffe.
fucking giraffe. Yeah, fucking giraffe. No, fuck that. They should have, I think they didn't want anyone hurt, so they didn't release a dangerous animal. Okay, giraffe would make sense. They couldn't release a penguin. The penguin would have gotten killed. I don't know what's at the Louisville Zoo. I've never really been there, so I can't tell you what animals are in there. But that was insane. The police scanner.
Yeah, I mean that was some good times.
Yeah.
There was some really good times, and Outlast was new. I think it just came out, and I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I fucking giraffe, dude. Who who?
What?
Who fucking why? It's so stupid.
It was
so
when the
fucking
Purge was in the fucking prime
so
of its
fucking
fucking life,
stupid,
bro.
man.
When the Purge, oh god, do you fucking remember that? When the Purge was everything? Like, it was the biggest fucking thing.
Those movies were awful too.
I didn't watch one until I guess the prequel. Like it was the one. It was about the very
The
first
new one,
one,
the
like
very first Purge.
very first one.
Wasn't it called like the first Purge or something like that?
Yeah.
Something stupid.
And that's the first one I saw, and I was like, "This is dumb." And then like Mariah's like, "I don't know. It's the first ones were pretty good." I was like, "I'm sorry, but the only thing I remember from the Purge, and I will watch the movie. The Purge didn't have a bad concept. It didn't. People just took it way out of line. They took it way too far." Way too far. Like the Facebook purge where you had to show if you had any. Okay, the Facebook purge was, if I remember it, you had to if you had any embarrassing things, it was okay to post it for 24 hours and it would have gotten deleted. And people were doing it. I was like, no.
What the fuck is wrong with people, dude?
I know.
It's so
my
fucked.
God. Facebook in 2014 was fucking insane.
Facebook now is insane. Twitter's even more insane now.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking look at all these fucking accounts like Wendy's, man. Wendy's is the account to follow.
Yeah.
If you want some funny shit. And then Kevin Bacon uses that fucking picture of Roger from American Dad.
Shocked.
That's funny
He
as
took
hell.
that like a champ.
I remember when you showed me that, I was like, that's so fucking stupid, but that's perfect.
He took it. I would do it. If I was in his shoes, I'd do it. I don't blame him.
Hey, man. I mean, the show immortalized you as an alien.
I know, right? Who doesn't want
And
to be
then
a
you in
fucking
the show,
alien?
too, with his fucking pig nose that they put him on.
Fucking good. He's a Pennsylvania native, I think. That's a good thing. That's another actor that's out of this awesome state.
All right, Mike.
Uh-huh.
There's you told me a story. You started telling me a story, but I said, wait. I want you to say this to me on the podcast.
I want to do this in a great detail. This story. So let me take.
Let
me take a hit.
I'm
quick.
gonna go with how Mike said it. Dan was a little mischievous little child apparently, and I don't know when or why, but Dan took a shit on home plate at a baseball field for whatever reason.
All right, here we go.
And you know what? I want Dan at some point to come on here and explain this.
He will. All right. So I believe we were sophomores in high school. Okay. And it was a friend of ours, Devin. It was his birthday. And like every year around this, it was always September. Every year we'd go to his house, celebrate his birthday, play games, and always do something to get fucking in trouble. Always. We always got in trouble on his birthday. It was a tradition, actually. I kind of miss it, even though I was a little prick about it, but it was so fun. It was like the most fun I ever had. But we decided to go for a walk, like we do, because during the beginning part, it's still, a little boring. So we just go out for a walk to loosen everybody up. So Dan and his friend Reed were fucking with each other, and like Reed looked at that. There was a toilet. All right, there was a toilet near the shed because we were in New Cumberland. And it was like, we're in the back alleys and shit. And Reed decides, I'm going to go on this shed and piss in that toilet from that shed on top. So we went, no, you won't. And Reed went, fucking watch me. So a group of guys are sitting here watching this kid climb up on this shed, unzip his fucking pants, and piss into this toilet. We watched a stream fall in his toilet. He got almost every single drop into that toilet. It was actually very impressive. We applaud him. So Reed did something amazing. So we started walking. We went to the park. And then what happened was Dan decided, I'm going to take a shit on home plate.
What?
Because he wanted to prove Reed wrong. He wanted to take a shit on home plate. Reed went, no, you won't. So they went to home plate, and it was first of all, it wasn't on a field that anyone played on anymore. It was one of the dead fields, I think for practice, I guess. We did it on. We weren't stupid, but he took a shit on home plate. So
who would have caught you as if you did it on a normal one?
No one would have known. It was time where I was at the ballpark anyway. So we were there, and then Dan was like, turn around, I'll take a shit. So he turned around, waited 3 minutes, turned around, Dan plopped a big old log on home plate. Just right on home plate.
What the fuck, dude? The hell?
And they're all cheering, and I was like, are you shitting me? But Dan is the same person who went in a tree and took a shit out of it. So, Dan's crazy. Dan had a good...
Dan's always been crazy,
He had an adventurous life in high school.
In the pit? He's just the leader of the pit at concerts?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
he usually is.
Scary as hell. I remember the one time I got tickets for us to go see a band. You didn't want to go for some reason. I don't remember why.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I took
had
Dan.
to work.
I took Dan instead, which that was odd. That was odd in the first place. It felt kind of awkward because I don't talk to Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to you, and then I talk to Dan if I'm in a party with you.
Yeah.
I just remember this band had started crowd surfing, and all I see is Dan's hair, and I see him about to drop on the fucking floor. So I jump as fast as I can over to him to get him up off the ground. He sees that it was me, and then he slaps my hat down, just basically say thank you.
Yeah, that's how he learned. I literally watch him. I was always jealous of him when he was in the mosh pit because I was like, man, I wish I had the confidence and shit to do that. I was like, I never wanted to do it. And then, like, how he did it was so... He knew all the shit. He knew everything. The respect, how to, like, the moves, how to protect someone, how to tell if someone's injured. He knew everything. I didn't know. I would have gotten hurt. I have gotten hurt in the mosh pit. So, all I know is that he can actually lead it. People knew who he was at the champ. People knew. Anyone who looks at me and were like, did you go to the champ a lot? And I was like, no. It's usually Dan. They know.
I mean, you guys being identical twins does not help anything. And at that time, you guys did kind of look more alike. Now you guys have more distinctive features against you, too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what he did. He just... But then it didn't end there. It didn't end with him just taking a shit on home plate. As kids were, we continued to fuck shit up at the park. Dan and I think someone outrooted a tree. I don't know who it was, but someone pulled a tree out of its socket. It did not kill the tree, but it just made the tree look disgusting. Basically like an eyesore. Then someone thought, I'm going to kick the trash can. So we're kicking all the trash. I didn't. I was a good boy at the time. They started kicking the trash cans. So this couple with a cunty attitude... Shit, I couldn't talk. With a cunty attitude... came up and said, oh, you guys like kicking trash cans. All right, we'll see what happens when the fucking police get here. And we're like... And then like I was like, are they really going to call the police? And then my friend was like, no, they're not going to really call the police. And we started hearing a little siren. We're like... My friend Devin said, scatter. And we all went in different directions. I remember running down this alley, getting grabbed and pulled behind a dumpster, Joe. Behind a dumpster. It was Devin. It was my friend Devin's cousin. He put his hand on my mouth and went, shut up. Just shut up. The cop car was turning the corner, riding up slowly. We could hear the police scanner, Joe. And then they said a report of 2 kids running down the other alley, so he zoomed off. It took 20 minutes for me and this kid to get home, not to be seen by cops. 20 minutes, and then I got yelled at because they thought I snitched. I didn't want to get caught. That was the scariest moment of my fucking life. I was not getting caught.
Yeah, I bet you. I'm sure you didn't want to get caught.
No.
That's... What the fuck, man?
I always get put in those situations. I always do.
You are the
I
victim.
get out of them all the time,
You are
too.
the victim of a lot of weird things.
I am.
You're the victim of random people talking to you on the streets for no reason.
Yeah.
You are the victim of just a lot of shit. And, I've spent a lot of time with you.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time with you doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like me spraining my ankle because I wanted to do football drills on ice.
Yeah. I told you no, but...
And I was dumb. And I sprained my fucking ankle. And then me and you not having rides...
Yeah.
So we walked a lot.
Yeah.
And there was one cold night. And I had like a windbreaker on, so windbreaker thing on, and
I think I had.
And you just had a t-shirt on.
Yeah, I had slight hypothermia after that night.
And we were walking home, very late, and you kept
shivering.
You were shivering. The greatest part is, speaking of cops, we're just walking. We see 2 cop cars drive
fuckers.
by, and Mike goes, "Really? You couldn't just pick us up?" And I was like, "Mike, they don't give a fuck about us."
First of all, I thought they would, if they would see 2 guys, they would offer like, "Hey, do you guys need help?" I just thought that's what cops do, but obviously that's not good enough for their time.
It was only like 8 o'clock. It wasn't past curfew.
Yes,
or anything.
it was. It was 11.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was late at night.
Well, either way, we look like 2 grown ass men. We don't have a curfew at that point.
I'm just saying. It was cold. I had to sit in the shower for a half hour.
I remember though the reason why you told me about this. You told me. You remind me of this.
I remember we fucking when we were walking past the cemetery, we heard this laugh.
And we booked it.
It was done. It was a little girl laugh, and we were like, I'm done. I already know stuff about this fucking cemetery. Oh my god, I remember the haunted house.
Dude, that whole night was nuts. And then fucking we called each other.
Oh my god.
For my walk, because I live like 2 miles farther than you did from the mall or wherever we were at?
I don't know where we were walking. It was a pretty
No, we walked from Plane Trade because we were at Plane Trade that night.
No, we walked to. We were at Aruga's, and we walked to Plane Trade, and then we walked home.
We were fucking dumb.
Oh,
we
man.
walked a lot for no fucking reason.
We saved a lot of money on it, though.
Yeah.
But
We were too scared to call Ubers at the time.
Yeah, I couldn't get. It took me forever to get my body temperature back.
I just remember the funniest part is when I was walking home, you called me, just so we could just talk while I was walking because it was late.
Yeah.
And I wanted someone to know if I died or not.
Yeah.
My phone died. And you freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, I thought you died. I was like, well, he's fucking dead.
You were freaking out when I got home.
Oh my
Thinking
god.
got on Xbox, you're like, oh my god, thank god you invited me to a party right away. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
I was freaking out everybody in the party too. I was like, oh fucking Joe died. What do you mean?
Yo, speaking of us being on a party late at night, remember that night? Me, you, Dan, were playing GTA or something?
The BB gun.
And fucking, I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, all you hear is, oh shit, and I'm on the ground because someone was shooting out my window at that house with a BB gun.
Oh my.
Still don't know who did it to this day. Someone hates me, apparently.
Oh my god. But here's the thing. We were playing GTA. We were actually shooting cops, and we heard that, and we're like, oh, what the fuck was that? Is that a new gun? And you're like, oh shit! And you threw your headset down, and Dan went, what? Wait a minute, what? And I was like, what happened? He's like, you didn't hear that? And I was like, no, the game was too loud. And he's like, I think Joe got shot. And I was like, oh shit. And it took a half hour. And then you're like, someone shot my window with a BB gun. I was like, oh shit. Dan was right.
Fucking, that was the weirdest night. It was so crazy. Like, I don't know who did it to this day. At all. I really don't.
It was just out of the blue. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah. But, man, that was such a fucking...
I don't understand.
It was just like... Oh, my God. You and Dan, you guys have a fucking great chemistry with each other. I mean, obviously you're brothers, and you guys just do some... Dan makes me laugh.
Yeah.
So hard. You two both make me laugh. Like, there's a video on my channel of it. Of me and Nick just talking, and all you hear is Dan's door open, like, and you go in there, and you're like, B-Wolves suck, motherfucker. And Dan pops and goes, you want to go? And you guys are about to do it, and all you hear is your mom go, stop it, in the back, and me and Nick
really, nothing was
lost
going to
it.
happen.
It's just so fucking funny. It was just one of those moments that's just like, I was so happy I was streaming. I was so happy I was streaming to catch that moment. There's so many moments like that I wish I could go back and catch because they're just so funny. There was one you talked about the other day too, right?
What?
I don't forget. We were talking on Xbox. There was a moment you wish you were recording. What was it?
Oh, the Destiny shit.
Yeah, there
When
was so
we
much
did that thing
Destiny.
in Destiny.
Oh my god, when we got Black Spindle or Whisper of the Worm, the last second
It was like 4 in the morning, and we were basically all dead.
And it was just like we were all out of heavy ammo.
We were all arguing.
We had no special left. It was all primary. The boss had like a minuscule of health left.
Dick's inch.
5 seconds. We're all
Did I get my
laying into him.
super?
And you threw a hammer at him. The screen goes black. Like we thought we failed it.
Nick threw his controller.
And then the gun pops up. And we were just like, oh my god, what the fuck, yes.
I remember Nick just fucking placing his headset down and going, saying, I'm fucking done, and walking out to his kitchen to get something. And all of a sudden he hears us screaming in the mic. And he says, what? We got the gun. He's like, no, we didn't. And he looked. He's like, oh, we did.
It was such a good moment. Like, so many moments I wish we would have recorded.
Yeah, but we can live with them.
Good memories. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Gotta go back and play in Destiny.
So are you gonna raid Area 51?
I'm not gonna raid Area 51. Are you fucking nuts?
Okay, see, do you not want an alien? I'm not understanding people's logic with not wanting to do this. Are you serious? I mean, James can help us.
James is gonna be the one shooting us.
No, we have a man on the inside now. Think about it.
We have a lot of men on the. We have Chris. We have Bryant. We have James. We have a lot of people on the inside.
Yes.
But they're not gonna help us.
Yes,
they're
they
gonna
will.
shoot us.
No, they will not.
They will shoot us.
I will see an alien. I want a pet alien. I want an alien like Roger.
Well,
That's what I want.
I'm sorry. I don't think you'll ever get that.
I mean, we're gonna find something out that day. Something's
I'm
happening
not raiding
out there.
Area 51.
Something's happening.
You're
out
not
there.
raiding Area 51 either. Just shut up. You're not gonna raid Area 51.
I was actually really up to booking something for that, and I was like,
You'd be the only one showing up because no one actually in the world was gonna do it.
I was like, nah, I don't want to go to the desert. Really, basically, what my option was, I was like, that's too much desert for me.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I don't want to get lost, and then I'll really get fucked over by Area 51.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. So, yeah. You were saying something to me about puking?
Okay. So, every time I'm with you... Oh my god. Okay, two stories.
No, hold on.
There's two. There's two things I want to talk about here. There's the puking, and then there's the bathroom incidents I've been having.
Okay, yes. Okay. I really wish Travis was here for this one because Travis can help with those. But the puking ones, they're all me. They're all fucking me.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time I'm with Mike. Well, especially like when neither of us drove. And it was just kind of like a mess and everything. So we always had to wait for rides and stuff when we wanted to do stuff. Me and Mike at the gym one night. Well, not one night. It was the gym one day.
It was a Sunday.
Okay, let's go back to the first time this ever happened.
The first time.
Mike was staying at my house for whatever reason. I don't know.
I was sleeping over.
You were sleeping over, and we were recording. That was the night.
That's when you started looking at my Destiny, and you're like, you need to stop with this fucking shit with your gun, because you got
You
disgusted.
and Destiny sucked in the beginning. You kept everything just
Yeah.
because Austin said, "Keep everything. We'll go through it when you can't." We never went through it. When you heard everything, you thought everything. You thought the blues. You thought the greens. You thought everything. You thought everything. When you're only supposed to keep legendaries and exotics, and then figure it out through there.
Don't know.
But you're staying at my house.
My favorite one was when I
And
got that
we had
sniper,
chicken
and you guys
tenders.
were like, how?
Yeah, we had chicken tenders or something the night before.
Oh, yeah, that Legion food. Oh my god,
The Legion
I miss
food.
that sauce so much.
Connor's mom and her new dude are making it, and they're gonna sell it in a bottle.
Oh, good. I told him they needed to do that. She's taking my
So,
advice.
We go back to your house because you forgot your power cable for your Xbox for some reason. So we go over there, and we're going up the ramp, up your little hill in your driveway, and you're like, Joe, wait. And I'm like, what the fuck? And the next thing I see is vomit, chicken tenders and fries, and this sauce coming out of you back on the floor. And I go, Mike, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm okay, let's go. And then maybe like 2 hours after we're back in my house, we're playing, Mike's phone starts ringing. It's Mike's mom. Mike, she's like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. Who puked in the driveway? And Mike was like, oh, that was me. Are you good? You need to come home? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I was like, just the chicken tenders didn't sit well. And she went, oh, okay.
Like, there is that. And then there's another story.
The gym. Oh, my God.
We went to Aruga's, right?
No, here's what happened with the gym.
What?
Here's what happened. I read it. I wanted to gain muscle, and I did not think I was gaining muscle. So I read an article, and I should have talked to my weightlifting friend. I didn't. That said you have to push yourself at everything you do, which you don't do. So I ran hard on the treadmill, which you're like, I never did. And you're looking at me and went, you need to chill because you're going to hurt yourself. I was like, I'm fine. And I ran the treadmill, and then we went to the weightlifting. I went hard. And this is where I started becoming more pale, like, than I am. And you're like, you don't look good. And I was like, I'm fine. And I went like this, and I was like, almost fainted on that, like, arm machine. And you're like, okay, you need to go back to the locker room and lay down for a second. So I went to the bathroom. I sat on the toilet for a bit. You came in and said, come on, we're going. We walked out to the thing. I went, Joe, I'm going to puke. And he's like, you good? And I was like, I told you to lift the fucking garbage can, the lid. I told you to lift the lid. You went, what? I had to lift the lid, and I puked into the garbage.
And I just sat on the little thing.
Yeah, you had to wait until it ended. And then we went and got Subway.
And then I looked at it, and I was like...
It was all water, bro.
I was like, are you good? You're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, come on. You got to get something in your stomach. You'll feel better.
Oh, yeah, I ate that whole Subway sandwich that day.
And then... You fucking...
I puked a lot more.
Yeah, but I remember after that, we called it your home.
Oh, yeah.
That trash can became your home because that's where you vomited
yeah,
all
I
the
vomited.
fucking time.
Yeah, I did.
And it's just like...
I hope no one like looked in there and went, what the fuck was this shit?
Well, they probably
What happened?
when they pulled the bag out of it to
Like,
change
what
it.
happened?
They were like, what the fuck is all this? Well, no, if it was clear liquor, they probably just thought someone threw like a water away or something, just something dumb.
Yeah, it just boiled in the sun. God,
Probably
I went too hard,
Probably
bro.
smelled like shit.
It probably did. It probably. I mean, not my fault, but do the bathroom stories. So when I go to the bathroom,
Mike's shit smells terrible.
Okay.
And he doesn't think it does.
okay,
He doesn't.
so I have a bit of a problem. It wasn't that bad. So the first problem it came to, the first time it ever came to a problem with my, first of all, I remember basically before I go there, I remember we went to Walmart for something, and me, Mateo, and Jordan had to go to the bathroom. We all went to the bathroom, and we were talking in the bathroom.
I didn't know this story. I don't know this story because I wasn't a part of it.
Oh, yeah. So we're washing our hands and talking, and this dude comes in and went, guys, you want a doobie? And we're like, excuse me? He's like, yeah. And he pulled out the cigar things, and we're like, yeah, I'll give you the rolling things, $5. And we're like, no. He's like, well, would you want to smoke a doobie here? I was like, I don't think he had actual pot on him. But we're like, he wanted to share a cigar with us, basically, in the bathroom of Walmart. And we're like, no, bro, what the fuck? Why? No, it's fucking crazy. I'm not gonna share a fucking cigar with someone in Walmart in a bathroom. But at your house, at your old apartment, I took a shit, and I kept the door closed, and I sprayed. I did the precautions. It wasn't that bad. I'm sorry. You guys overreacted.
We did not overreact, Mike. It smelled like something went into my bathroom and died.
My God.
Okay, no. You know how you know it was bad? When Jordan said, who the fuck blew up the bathroom? And Jordan was the king of blowing up the bathroom. I lived with Jordan for a year in that bathroom. When Jordan's friend came out, his friend disinfected the bathroom before he even used it. He went to the store and bought stuff to fucking do that. He bought stuff to fucking clean the bathroom. And then for some, I never watched Salad Fingers or whatever his name is until he came. They were just playing in this room, and I was sitting there, and I was like,
huh.
The fuck is this?
Yeah, it's creepy, right?
Like, why?
It's fucking creepy.
And it was just, what the fuck?
But it wasn't bad.
It was bad. Because
Travis and I thought you and Travis were overreacting, and then you said it was bad. You couldn't get the smell out, which I thought was bullshit. And then I came over the third day, and I was like, okay, it still kind of smells like it.
Mike, you killed my bathroom.
I felt
was
bad.
gross. It was gross.
I felt so bad.
The worst is when me and Travis, we were at Rutter's.
Oh my God.
And Rutter's is one of our local gas stations out here in PA. And we all went there because I told Travis about the new Monster.
No, it was...
No. Yeah, we were going there because I wanted to see if they had the new Monster Hydros. The fucking Woah. It was
I
like...
thought it was because I was going to shit my pants.
No, it could have been that too.
Oh, no, it was because I was going to shit my pants. Because Travis kept
So we
doing
stopped
the
there, and I was
bumps.
like, yeah, and I showed Travis, look, they have them here. Or it was either that or the Mutant, the Monster
I think
soda.
it was the Mutant.
It was one of those. And fucking, I remember, me and Travis are waiting in line to pay, and all we hear is some dude open the bathroom door and go, oh, Jesus Christ, you need to,
You need a doctor.
You need a doctor. And then he storms out of Rutter's, and me and Travis are like, is Mike in the bathroom? What happened here? Did Mike fucking shit his pants in there or something? Like, what had happened in there?
No, I just blew it up. I remember the guy at Walmart. I was just sitting there, and this guy came in 2 steps and went, oh! And I just walked out. I was like, it wasn't that bad, bro. It wasn't that bad.
You blow up bathrooms.
I broke.
Don't worry, I heard you. I heard you spraying the Febreze after you took a shit before we did this. Trust me, I heard you.
I know. It just flew out when I went up there, but I remember I broke someone's brand new toilet from doing that shit. I still feel bad. This toilet just got installed. It was only used once by between him and his mom. He used it once. Dan was in the bathroom down there, and I was cooking. I really got shit. And he's like, fine, go upstairs and use that one. And I was up there for a good 25 minutes, and they were downstairs playing Modern Warfare 2. And I came back, and I was like, good. And like I went home the next morning, and his mom went to go use it, and it was fucked. It was so clogged they had to take the toilet out and then unclog it. That's how bad it was. And I was like, Koken, I'm sorry. He's like, just don't worry about it. Okay, but you're just not allowed to use the bathroom anymore. So when I would go over to my
at least the upstairs bathroom.
Oh no, I wasn't allowed to use the bathroom at all.
What?
Yeah.
They want to let you.
I wasn't allowed to use the bathroom at my other friend's house, Troy. I wasn't allowed to use the bathroom there either. Because he was scared I was going to destroy it. Because apparently I punish toilets. I don't try to do it, but it just happens. It's not that bad. I think people overreact. Really.
No, Mike. They don't overreact. You blow up toilets. But, this has been a good hour. I think it's time for us to end this. Mike, what the fuck, dude? Get your ass checked.
I mean, no, bro.
Get your ass checked.
It's not that bad. I don't think I take that bad of shits anymore.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning into this. If you made it to the end, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button to get the updates of when these videos go up. If you listen to this on SoundCloud, give us a follow. I still don't know how SoundCloud works. You know how SoundCloud works? You have no idea?
No.
Yeah. No one. Yeah, I don't know how SoundCloud works at all. Thanks for watching. Remember, use Cross Thoughts at the Sosic website if you're gonna order anything. The link will be down in the description for that. And make sure to go follow our Twitter handles at Californian Myth for me and at Microsoft96 for him. It'll be on the picture if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yeah, homie.
And then follow the Cross Thoughts Twitter. Get us known. Help us out. Share this with everyone. Share this with all your friends. You have any last words?
Hold the fuck up. I thought of something. Give me 1 second. I'm going to say, do they call it sand? Because it's between sea and the land.
Mike, we're not doing this again.
We're doing this.
We're not doing this again.
Yeah, we're doing this. Sea and the land. Sand.
We'll see you guys next time on the Cross Thoughts Podcast.